I want you to know that from my heart.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you know that I think.
It's just I needed to let you know that first of all, before we continue doing anything ever again.
Well, thank you. That touched my heart in ways that it's never been touched before.
I plan to touch your heart way more, especially when you're asleep.
So I watched this movie this past weekend, and a line from that movie was, "Your dong went so far up inside me that it touched my heart."
Welcome to the King of Anime podcast, everybody. we are live. We're talking about the animes again, like we always do. This time it's the Spring 2021 award show. This is what we do at the very end of every season. We give out arbitrary awards that literally don't make any sense, but it's our show, and this is what we do, and we like it, and we cry. Mostly cry.
You cry.
I cry.
You cry. I'm pretty well versed.
Yeah. Well versed in crying? Because nobody can cry better than me.
Yeah, I can cry better than you.
I cry. That makes me want to cry. Oh my god. Co-hosts, introduce yourself.
Hello, it is I, Everything Animated, the voice of Rem, and I'm here to talk about these animes. Yeah.
All right. You are the voice of Rim. We got to hear a Rim line.
Okay. Subaru-kun, I love you, Daisuke.
I like whenever EA plays Rem, the first thing he says is Subaru every time.
Well, I mean, if you were to edit a lot of Rem stuff, I swear you could compile 10 minutes of her saying Subaru.
Subaru.
Oh, there's definitely a video like that.
There is, of Amelia. Oh, I'm sorry. the Zero Rees. Not the Katakawa related show. We're not talking about that one.
That show sucks.
Yeah, that show fucking sucks, dude. We're talking about our own version that nobody knows about, except for us. Satsuki, tell them that you're alive.
I'm alive. Satsuki the Savage here. I'm ready to give out this objective awards for these anime. You know what I'm saying? Give out the best awards. You don't need to go to Crunchyroll when you can just tune into KOA.
I agree with this.
Yeah, me too. I agree with that. This is the only award show that matters
In the world. Grammys, Emmys, all that.
Yep.
MVPs don't mean shit.
Not
We'll just
compared to KOA.
We'll tell you guys who are the MVPs. Just give yourselves over to KOA.
I don't know when this started where Satsuki was like, no, KOA is the most serious show of all time, but I'm here for it.
Well, I would tell them why this started, but it might be illegal. So I'll keep
Satsuki,
my mouth shut.
I want you to know that some of our awards are called MILF Certified,
Yes.
Thigh Meat,
Mm-hmm.
Fuck Shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that matters.
Yeah. Who else are giving these awards? These are unique awards that will only be given out by us.
And these trophies are very unique.
They look very unique in that they only exist in the figment of your imagination.
So they're
spray-painted
priceless.
gold. They are very priceless.
God damn it. Hey, everybody in the chat, what's going on? What's going on, Ken? When You Walking, Sitting Tree VA, Epic Gamer 65, Kenny again, Stimpy, Shadow, Leo Chang, Decrepit Storm, who, by the way, amazing comment, says, I hope Bill actually shows up to support his son this time.
Damn. Take care of your kids.
Albatrace says the only award show I can scream on, and then continues on to say, too degenerate, I'm out.
Wait. You stayed around for the intro, but not like the last couple of seconds? The intro was a lot worse.
Yeah. Well, I think he gave us our dislike too, because now we're at 3.
Oh. Well, thank you for that.
Sitting
I like odd numbers.
Sitting Tree VA says, I am now permanently in all of your subconscious.
He's kind of right.
And I'm Thanos. I don't even know who you are.
Gojo's domain.
Will.
What's up? How's everybody doing? So you guys, by the way, I have to say this like every time. There's like going to be no graphics because like, I'm not going to make like 25 billion graphics for each and every award. So, yeah.
Just
There you go.
listen to the sultry sound of our voices.
Hi everybody, how you doing? My name is SeaTactics. I'm here
Is
to
that
talk to
Bob
you.
Ross?
URW6 says, what up KOA? I watched Devilman Crybaby in episode
Nipple?
9.
What?
Episode 9 got me wow, but the ending was shocking. I think Devilman Crybaby predates this podcast by like a couple seasons, so I don't know if we ever talked about Devilman Crybaby.
Nope, never watched it. I know it has the same director as the guy who did Japan Sinks. That show sucks. Not saying he sucks, but that show sucks.
Well, I'll say I've said a lot of times before, I don't think Devilman Crybaby deserved all the hype it got when it came out. It was whatever. There you go.
Okay, I'm waiting for that 4th dislike.
JB Sakura says, greetings from Costa Rica. What's up? Anime Lover 2020 says, Vivi is the best. We'll talk about
Yeah, I
that.
think I would say we're gonna have like 10 dislikes before this video is over.
Dude, I mean, I'm telling you, every time I mention Vivi in a negative light in anything, I just go the next day and I look at my analytics and it's like minus 20 subs every time. It's amazing.
It's especially bad. Like when we get to Vivi, it's going to be especially bad for me, especially watching Violet Evergarden. Not saying those are like the same shows, and not even similar in the plot, but with what they try to do with the characters, Violet Evergarden is just, the contrast is night and day between those shows.
Yeah, one of them has robot arms, one of them is a robot.
Is she anatomically correct though?
Oh, I was waiting for that.
Violet is most certainly anatomically correct. I can tell you that with certainty.
Oh, you know.
Of course.
Well, we know who C lost his virginity to.
Wait, what?
Because she's like 14.
Well, she's like, well, no, okay, so it time skips. Nobody really knows her actual age, okay? She's like 15 at the beginning, and then, well, at the beginning she's like 8 or whatever, but she's like 15, and then she ages to like 17 or 18, and then she's like 20 in the movies or something like that. Like,
All right, there you go. You banged the 20-year-old one.
let's talk about our first award. The best written female character, aka the Waifu Award. This, I guess, as Satsuki would put it, this prestigious award goes out to the, I guess, just the best written female characters from our perspective.
Yep.
So, Satsuki.
Oh shit, me. Okay.
Well,
my
we're starting with
waifu,
him.
my waifu of the spring 2021.
I see this fucking name.
I chose Hina Tachibana from Tokyo Revengers. Okay.
Oh.
To clarify this.
Oh my god, I thought you were talking about the girl from...
What? Wait.
The girl from
This whole time that it was the one from fucking, the one where he had sex with her student. She has the same name.
Oh, you're talking about
I shaved.
Domestic girlfriend?
Yeah.
Domestic girlfriend?
I was like, why are you picking her? She's like seasons old.
Oh no! Oh no!
Do they really have the same last name?
They sure do.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I apologize. Continue.
hold on. I gotta look this up really quick.
Oh no!
Tokyo Revengers. Oh no. Well, technically her name is Hinata Tachibana, but
Is it?
yeah, but I call her Hina. I think most people call her. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we're not talking about the bad Hina Tachibana for Domestic Girlfriend. We're talking about the good one for Tokyo Revengers. But I like Hina. Just to clarify, the Waifu Award, we're talking about best written female characters. We're not talking about the girls that we want to fuck. That's not what the award is.
Yeah, that
Just have to
comes
clarify that.
in a couple of awards, I guess.
Yeah, I have to clarify that just because I don't want to go to like social media prison.
Social media prison.
So, like, despite us dropping Tokyo Revengers from KOA, I've been keeping up with all the anime I watched in the spring. So this includes like Tokyo Revengers. This includes Peak Hero. I watched all of it, guys. I watched everything from spring, and I'm still watching things like 8 and 0, Shaman King. But even though we dropped it, and I'm still not fond of Tokyo Revengers, the one like shining grace of that show was Hina. She's the one character that's like exempt from my hate. For one, she's the centerpiece of the plot, so I like the fact that she has a lot of weight to the story because her death is the catalyst for characters like Naoto and Takamichi to do the things that they do. They do it all in the effort to save Hina, and it's it's a passive way to be important in a story, but nonetheless, I think that's pretty cool. And personality wise, I love Hina. She has this mixture of kindness and sternness whenever the situation demands it, and the fact that she will date a guy who literally has shit on his head speaks volumes towards her character.
Good old shithead.
She is a ride or die. I mean, like, I'll ask you guys in the chat right now, how many of you girls are staying with you, or boyfriends are staying with you, if you have shit in your hair? I'm talking shit. I'm not talking about dog poop. The human shit. Are they staying with you? If you have to think about that, then you're already lost, because she's going to do it. Okay? And then she'll stand up to whole gang leaders by herself. She's just an awesome character, so that's why I had to go with Hina for the 2021 Waifu Award.
All right. Well, usually we go EA, Satsuki, and me. I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna be in the middle. I'm gonna be the sandwich here because I'm gonna get a lot of shit. I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this one. Not in my hair, not in my head.
Good.
But I knew when I put this in here that you guys would freak out, and the chat would freak out. But I have to do it, okay? I picked Vladilena.
Oh!
I picked Vladilena, whatever the fuck the rest of her name is. That's what I wrote in. Because I don't know what the rest of her name is. I picked her because I feel like her character progression from the beginning of the series to the end of the series is really satisfying to see. She starts as a very, I would say, naive person, very youthful person. Maybe, I don't know. And the way she acts and all that, she's inexperienced, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then by the end, she becomes way more hardened. She becomes way more invested than she, quite frankly, already was in the 86 and the outcome. And it's to the point where I think Vladilena is the most interesting character in 86. I think there are actually a lot of other characters that are very interesting in certain aspects, like Annette or Undateka, but I think Vladilena definitely takes the cake for that series of just being the all-around best character, and her progression is very satisfying, and it's actually kind of subtle. You don't really notice how much Vladilena has changed until that last episode of Season 1, Part 1. So, that's my vote. Vladilena. Not because anything else.
Yes, it is.
We know you have ulterior motives, but
I mean,
I like the cover-up story.
Yeah, this whole season you've been talking Vladalina, Vladalina.
No, you
won't
guys
let
have.
me get between your Vladalina.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You're a tyrant. You need to go to prison.
Am
I guess. EA, who did you pick?
Well, this is one that I, to be honest, was really shocked to come to the conclusion when I sat back and thought, what are some really good female characters in this season? And sure enough, I thought and came to the realization none was better than Akito from Fruits Basket. The reason I say that is because, let's face it, I know Toru Honda is the main character, but the final season was Akito's. That was her season, and she owned that season. Like, the past, and it says a lot too, because the past 2 seasons, I couldn't stand this person. I wanted to see her thrown off the cliff instead of Toru Honda. You know, she unfortunately met her demise and was never seen again.
Sure.
But I was wanting Akito to go through that because she had done so many horrible things to a lot of people that I was to the point where I just said, "Fuck it, just whatever, get rid of her." But when we got to see her character grow from this absolutely evil person, we found out why she was evil, how she came up, her upbringing, and it was just a real eye-opener. And the fact that, you know, she kind of did a 180 of stabbing Kureno to wanting to be friends with everybody, which is kind of comical to think because 24 hours didn't even pass and all of a sudden everything is great. Someone's in the hospital.
Oh my god.
But, you know, hey, we're all friends now, and the curse is broken. Everybody can love each other. But yeah, I really, I could really appreciate the fact that she did a complete 180, and it wasn't like, it didn't seem forced to me. To me, it seemed very natural, and I really liked that. I appreciated that, so that's why I picked Akito for best waifu of the season.
Well, people in the chat watching right now, sound off who you think is the best written female character of the season. Whatever your own picks are of spring 2021. But now it's time for us to decide, for us 3, which out of these 3, I guess, who's gonna be the best written female character of the season. And, you know, I can't, for me personally, as much as I like Hina, as much as I like Vladalina, I think I'm gonna have to go with Akito on this one, because Akito just has 3 seasons of incredible development. But even disregarding that, season 3, just looking at it from that perspective, I just, out of these 3, I think she's the best written.
I will have to echo that. Just doing the comparison between Akito and Hina. Akito has been featured in Fruits Basket much more than Hina has been featured in Tokyo Revengers. And although, like I said, Hina has a lot of weight to the story, not even doing anything just because of who she is and what happened to her and the fact that she motivates other characters, I think like Akito is just better written in season 3. Like, we could take away season 1, season 2, Akito is still, I think Akito comes out on top.
Yeah, I think Vladalina does a really good job in her show of being a really standout character, and a lot of people are actually saying Vladalina in the chat, which is really cool. Lightning Eagle and William Shee are saying that.
Billy says I'm the favorite, so I think that I win.
All right.
Well, that's fair enough. I mean, that's fair enough. But even so, like, I don't know, like not to say like you know, all the characters we picked were bad or anything like that, but I just think Akito is. I mean, she's just really good, really, really good, and her conclusion, her story was so satisfying. So, I mean, I guess we're all in agreement that Akito is the best written female character of spring 2021.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. Next, let's move on to the opposite gender for sex. I forget which it is. Best written male character, husbando. Of course, like just before, people in the chat, if you want to sound off with who your husbandos are for the season, don't be shy. Satsuki, who you got?
My husbando of the 2021 spring season is none other than Draken, another Tokyo Revenger character. Just like Hina, although I don't really like the show too much, I think he's another shining character in it. I like the fact that his role in the story, he's kind of like the moral compass of why am I forgetting his name? Mike, I believe that's his name. The leader of the Toma gang. He's kind of the moral compass of the entire gang as well because of his position in the game being second in command. I think his way that he can talk to this person who seems very unreasonable to everybody else. The fact that he's like the shadow leader of the Tolman gang, and I like it. He's just cool in his design and his personality as well, his demeanor, the way he carries himself. That's pretty much it. He's just a cool character. I don't really have many characters I want to choose for my husbando for the spring season, so Draken kind of wins it by default, but I mean, it's not a bad character to fall back on.
So next up is me, but I want to give a quick shout out to Anime Lover 2020, who is a very big fan of Vivi in the chat here. And he as well mentioned Vivi for his waifu of last season, or this spring 2021 season, so didn't want to miss that. Yeah, for me, I pick... So this is interesting, because a lot of people in chat are mentioning Kyo for Fruits Basket, which I agree. But for this season, I feel like it would have, like, Fruits Basket would have swept. So I went with something a little out of nowhere, I guess. Maybe something a little bit recent, I guess. But I really like Gugu. I think from To Your Eternity. I think his progression and his story arc was so satisfying. Starting out as this kid that is down on his luck. His brother left him, took all the money with him, and his brother falls into this, I guess, perceived addiction to alcohol and gambling. Falls in love with this girl, ends up saving this girl, and the girl in turn, I forget where it goes, but I think she gives him the ring, and that symbolism is like really awesome. And his face is ruined because his face gets crushed by a log, and he has all these terrible things happen to him, and he has to like wear this mask, and it's really terrible. And just by the end, he grows up a little bit. He basically gets Reen pretty much, and sacrifices his own life to save her. And at the end, he kind of gets his moment with Reen, but sadly, he just dies, and it's really sad. Like, it is a really awesome moment. So that's kind of why I picked Gugu. I also really like his design in general, especially, well, really all of his incarnations. I like the young Gugu. I like the older one where he's all swole and stuff. I don't know. He was just a really interesting character, and I think he took the spotlight a lot of the times in this arc of To Your Eternity that we just got through. So, yeah, I picked Gugu. Shadowblazer says, yeah, Gugu has a nice arc, but I'm starting to see a pattern with the show, which is starting to bother me. QRW6 says also Gugu was his choice, so that's pretty cool. EA, who did you pick?
I also picked Gugu, even though Kyo is, I would probably say a second, very close second for me. But I don't know. I think you pretty much touch base with all the factors with Gugu, but yeah, he just had everything going for him this season. A wonderful arc. His story was tragic, and even his death was, though he died a hero, was tragic because he left a lot of things unresolved. And by the end of it, I knew he was going to bite the bullet, so to speak, but I didn't want to see him go. And I definitely think that's going to be the whole theme when it comes to your eternity, from here until your eternity. No pun intended. But yeah, it's can't really say much other than he had a cool helmet too. That fucking helmet when he lit the spark and just belched, alcohol and fire. Totally awesome.
Oh, absolutely. So, lots of people in the chat are saying Yoshida.
Who's Yoshida again?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember who Yoshida is. Is that from To Your Eternity, Tokyo Revengers?
I don't remember, to be quite honest.
Somebody says Fushi, which I'm not sure how that works.
I don't count that because Fushi is non-binary, so to speak. like they're just kind of like an entity, because they could transform into both a female and a male.
Yeah, and a rock.
And a rock. Which does a rock even have a gender?
That is a very good question.
Apparently Yoshihida's from Higehiro. Sasuke, can you confirm?
What am I confirming?
Who's Yoshida?
Yoshida is the main character from Higehiro.
That's what I thought. Okay, well, a lot of people are saying Yoshida is the husbando because he shaved.
I think it's just one person.
No, there's
just saying it multiple times.
Oh, okay, yeah, you know what? You are right. I didn't read that. Sorry.
My lord.
Oh, Lightning Eagle says EA and Doki Doki was great. Well, thank you. I took that performance very seriously.
Oh, Spica. What's up, Spica? How you doing? Glad to see you here. Hope you have fun. Let's see. So I I think this one's kind of obvious, but
I'm giving it
Satsuki.
to Draken.
I was gonna say Gugu, but okay.
Because of the tattoo and the hairstyle, he wins.
Oh my god.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, that's a pretty badass hairstyle, don't you think? And the tattoo alone, like, doesn't it stand for something? Doesn't it stand for like bloody murder, killing people?
It does? I don't know.
Bloody murder,
I don't
killing
know.
people.
I thought
Okay.
it stood for something. It looked badass though, so he wins. In my book.
Well, I think Gugu wins. Because Gugu is just a very satisfying character, and To Your Eternity so far is a pretty great show. It's very consistent, and I didn't really find much interest. I don't know. I didn't really get much from Tokyo Revengers, so that's my whole thing. Yeah, I don't know.
Draken's the man.
I guess Draken's winning. I guess.
Yes, he's winning. Accept it.
I guess Draken from Tokyo Revengers, the Dark Horse, beats out Gugu To Your Eternity. What the hell's happening? None of us are drinking alcohol, by the way.
If only Gugu had a cool haircut, but we never saw his face. So, I mean, his body was ripped as shit, but I don't know. That face, though, only a mother could love.
Draken is alive. Gugu is not. That is why he won.
I guess so. True Man's World says, I like one direct priority. I think you can just take your own interpretation of events if you want.
All right.
No comments
All
on
right.
that? Okay, cool.
No.
Thought I mentioned it.
I'm saving that for later.
QRW6 says at least a Tokyo Revengers character won. Yes, and this very serious award show. Decrepit Storm says, be careful, enemy lover. This is a dangerous place for people who like Vivian Higehiro. Is it?
No, it's not a dangerous place. We're
I
not going to
don't think
attack you.
so at all. No, not at all. We don't attack people for liking things. I attack the show. If you happen to like the show, it's not a personal attack on you.
That's fair. I agree. I mean, I don't attack anybody. I don't care what you like. Enjoy it. I think that's...
we all should like what we should like.
Yeah, don't feel ashamed. I mean...
I love Love Live.
Yeah, I do too. So that is a straight up not a show someone like EA should be watching, or me, or Satsuki. But we all three of us, we love it.
I watch the most violent, goriest shit in the world, and then all of a sudden I get down with Love Live.
Yeah.
Like that character from Jujutsu Kaisen that likes idols.
Oh my god, Jujutsu Kaisen is amazing. God, love that show.
Mm-hmm.
Scarlet Disaster says, we did see Gugu's face after he died. That is true. We also saw it when he was young as well. I think you were talking about the messed up version, right?
Yeah, it was more a joke. I was just saying because he didn't have a tattoo. Yeah, I was just trying to make a joke.
You guys ruined it.
Chama says, I would choose Joe from Megalobox Nomad. Overall, had some great character development. Haven't seen the new season of
yeah, I need to watch
Megalobox.
the new season.
Yeah, heard it's good. Betrayus that says, if you like a show I don't like, I'm jealous.
Damn.
Well, don't be
Kenny
jealous.
says, EA hurt my feels.
Wait, how did I hurt your feels? I didn't hurt your feelings, but I hurt your feels.
True Man's World says, I mean, to be fair, I like Itadaki Seiki, which I think is a hentai, so... But I think...
I'm not going to look it up.
Don't worry. I will endanger my search history for it. Hold on.
This is like... I think Itadaki Seiki is a meme. Like, it's an actual
there's
meme
an
now.
uncensored version, so...
I think it's getting...
hentai.
I think it's getting an actual anime soon as well. Like an actual...
It's a hentai.
Yeah, like, because
Oh
it's
my
so
God.
popular.
Jesus Christ. These are cat ladies.
You could just see the two different personalities on a podcast, because as soon as that was said, the first thing EA said was, I'm searching it. It's like the curiousness of Chitanda is in the podcast, and I'm just like, I'm not checking it out because I don't have any faith in people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, our third award...
Just say it.
MILF certified. Of course, if you're not familiar with what a MILF is, search it up, young man or woman. You'll understand. And this is actually not actually the name of this award is like not accurate to what the award really is, which is really just
Oh, really?
best mother character.
Because I went into it with a completely different mindset.
I mean, but it still works. It may not be what it's intended for, but it still works. Because all the characters I chose, yeah, they still fit the description of what a MILF is.
Sasuke, who'd you pick?
I picked Kyoko Honda, okay, from Fruits Basket. The ultimate MILF in both the literal sense and the award sense, because let's just talk about the award side of it. She's a character that has been like at the centerpiece of Toru's character, because Kyoko's lessons have guided Toru into being the person that she is. I know they say that she got a lot of her personality from her father, but Kyoko was the person who I guess molded her after she adopted her father's personality. And she continued to have importance past her death, past multiple seasons, even though she's been going since the start of the series. And I think the last moments you get of her, when you finally see the moment of what happened between her and Kyo when she got killed by that car. And by the way, who the fuck was driving that car? I need to know the ramifications of that. What happened to that guy? That guy
I was
needs
gonna
to.
say,
He needs to be
dude.
behind bars. It was daylight. What are you doing? He had to be like drunk or something.
He,
But yeah,
he was searching up that hentai.
No, we got to get Majima on the case. Majima's got to figure out who it is, track him down, and beat the shit out of him.
Who's Majima?
From Yakuza.
Wait,
which one is that? Is that the eye patch one?
Yeah, it's the eye patch guy.
Ah, I like that guy.
We all do. Majima's great.
Yeah, I need to play those games.
Oh, they're so good.
You need to start with 0, right?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, Zero is the best one. So
Okay.
it's also the prequel.
Start with-
So
I got Game Pass. I'm gonna play 0, baby.
as you should. It's really, really good. So yeah. I mean, I guess for me as well. Wait, are you done? Are you done, Satsuki?
Um,
I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah. I'll let you finish.
5 looking characters in the series, so she fits the MILF description as well. I would put her probably at 3rd or 2nd, with Rain being at the top.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
I
Well,
was originally going to choose Rain, funny enough, but then I was like,
I thought you
was
would for
thinking you were
sure.
Gonna.
yeah. But I love Kyoko.
Anime Lover says, thanks for the sauce. Now I can proceed my research to eat a Dakiseki.
That's all it takes?
That's all it takes. This is weird, man. Oh my god, we got another weird comment. Ghost Rookie says, March is like a mother for Fushi, so...
We could have chose Toru, technically.
I'm see. I went into this with different ideas.
yeah,
So
well...
I would have never have picked Smart.
So, if it was anything else, if the title was anything other than MILF Certified...
Yeah.
Maybe we fucked up with the name. Maybe we need to rename this award.
No.
This whole time I thought I was doing it right.
You're doing it right, EA.
Thank you. I thought so because I was picking everyone I wanted to fuck. I mean,
You can't say that.
The trick, EA, is to like go choose a character with the intention of them just with the regular definition of MILF and try to bullshit your way into explaining like what is it's deeper than it actually is. That's what I've been doing.
all right. So here I go. My certified MILF award goes to Midnight from My Hero Academia. I won't spend too much on it because these two don't really care for it. But yeah,
I mean,
My Hero.
I like Midnight.
Midnight's great, isn't she?
Yeah.
What is happening?
She's one of those characters that just oozes sex appeal, and I forget what her special like quirk is or whatever, but it's like whips and chains and stuff. So
You forgot
Yeah,
the quirk.
It's like some type of perfume. Or
yeah,
something
that's
like
what
that.
it is. Like it mesmerizes people and like gets people to fall in love with her or something. And I'm like, yeah, sign me up. So
It's like, oh god.
I'm all for the whips and chains. I'm all for the perfume.
Oh my
And see,
Jesus
it had
Lord.
nothing to do with her being a good mother. It had everything to do with what I thought it was.
I hate everything. And now people are saying mommy milkers in the chat. If you guys don't know, I hate that phrase so much. It triggers me. And now people are going to start saying it. Damn it!
Well, see, you
Yeah.
shouldn't have said that. You should have
Don't
just
show
let
your
it roll off your.
weakness.
Yeah, let it roll off your back.
I hate everything. I picked Kyoko Honda because she's a good mother, okay? I appreciate her mothering. She's very good at it. Sad she died. We need, like I said, we need Majima to go hunt down the guy and break his kneecaps. It'll be great. And then on the side, we need to get I don't know. We need to like bring her back to life, like do some voodoo stuff. You know?
Pick me up, baby.
No, did you see
Wake
Fullmetal
up!
Alchemist Brotherhood?
Yeah, well, equivalent exchange. We can just like
Right, what you put in ain't what
See?
you get out.
See, that's where you fucked up at. There's no one equivalent to Kyoko Honda.
well, I mean,
And now your body goes into a metal knight armor.
Yeah. How does it feel to be a suit of armor? See,
Feels pretty good knowing that Kyoko is alive.
She's not though.
yeah, she's like some monster or some shit.
Yeah, it's
Whatever the
fine.
fuck she was.
Yeah.
It's
She
fine.
becomes the cat.
You know, now I want to watch Full Metal Alchemist.
Me too.
It's a really good show.
I don't. Look what the fans did when Fruits Basket went number 1 on my anime list. I'm still not over.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Yeah. FMA fans. They're not happy about it. But sad to say. Fruits Basket is probably is better than FMA. Sorry to say it. In my opinion. The EA? I don't want to hear it from you. I don't want to hear it. Okay. I don't know what the fuck this award means, apparently. It's my own damn show, and I don't even know what it means. So,
I do.
who wins? I don't know.
I mean, Kyoko has to win, doesn't she?
I'm gonna say 2 against 1, you win.
All right.
She has to win.
Kyoko is best mother and MILF certified.
Absolutely.
Maybe we need to rethink that name. Most disappointing. Satsuki, what is your most disappointing anime of spring 2021?
My most disappointing anime of spring 2021 is none other than Yasuke. Now, this is technically not a traditional TV anime series. It's not anything we cover on KOA, but it was sort of buzzing around on social media when it came out. So like there's a lot of reasons this thing is disappointing. When I was first like looking into the spring season, looking at what I was going to watch, I was really excited for Yasuke because he was the black samurai who served under Oda Nobunaga. So most people were expecting this to be a very grounded series, where we'll learn something historical, and then it's just like, me being black as well, I was excited to see this, but it kind of fell on its head early on, and it didn't fall on its head because it had superpowers, although like that is part of the disappointment. That's not why it was bad. This series just, oh my god, it was god awful, and it's not because of it's not following the whole historical setting, because like right off the gate in probably like the first 40 seconds of Yasuke, you seen like mechs, a slew of different powers and things like that. But like I think once I got to like episode 3, like things just fell apart. You had like mercenaries who were having complete 180s in their characters. They were like saving people, not caring about money, even though they were mercenaries, even though they tried to kill the main characters viciously and sadistically. You had a lot of plot points that just didn't go anywhere. They kept like messing up the structure by continuously going through flashbacks within flashbacks, and it just did not flow well. The one thing I could say good about Yasuke is the animation and music. That was good, but everything else felt like a clusterfuck. Yasuke was just, I didn't know what to expect from it when it came to the quality, but what I got from it was, yeah, it's a disappointment.
That sounds really disappointing. Dang.
Yeah, I saw the first episode and I didn't watch anything past that just because, I don't know, it felt like just an average anime show, to be honest. Because I was interested in it too.
I feel like what they try to do with Yasuke is, and again, I'm not saying like this makes it a bad show, but this is part of why I find it disappointing. I feel like they had this narrative, they had the historical element of it, they had the Yasuke name to make us all excited, and what they end up trying to do was they tried to appeal to the general anime fan base, like the casual viewers, people who just wanted to see cool fights and powers. They didn't want to stay grounded to like, let's say like it's not even like grounded, but just grounded in comparison. Like a series like Samurai Champloo, for example, where just sword fights. It's a little, they go a little over the top, but just swords fight. No powers, no mechs, giant robots, none of that shit. So, yeah, disappointing.
Some people in the chat are saying Record of Ragnarok, which I've heard is pretty bad.
That's not spring season. That's not spring season though.
All right.
Yeah, I heard that's pretty bad.
Shadowblazer 3000, a friend of the channel, says most disappointing for me would be Blue Reflection Ray, but I'm still watching it. It's not entirely awful, but I don't know. I think they overthought it. Should have just adapted the game. Yeah, that's a lot of thing with a lot of, I guess, issues with visual novel adaptations is sometimes they just don't adapt the visual novel correctly, and it's like, why not just, like, they always try to do the whole thing where it's like, whoa, we adapted all the roots into a 12-episode anime. It's like, well, that just makes it a clusterfuck, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, just take your time. At least adapt one route. I mean, that's what Fate did, right? Look at Fate.
Yeah.
$4 billion a year.
Right, too.
Yeah.
Did you see Akeem's comment? Blunder Egg?
Yeah.
I like that name.
That has to be the new name.
Yeah.
Instead of Goofy Egg, it's Blunder Egg.
Blunder Egg. That's a good one, Akeem. Holy shit. QRW6 says with Satsuki about Yasuke because it should have been a grounded series. Scarlet Disaster, for a fan of the Katakawa property we can't mention, Vivi was the most disappointing. It's not bad, but I think that I expected something else from the show. And that seems to be a trend that occurs with Teppei Nagatsuki or Nagatsuki or whatever. His last two anime, including Vivi, have been like nothing of what you would expect. Like, I feel like whatever you got from that Katakawa show and his light novels and his web novels, like, none of that transfers over into anything else. It doesn't feel like he's writing it. Nothing feels like it's like his show. Like, it feels like just something generic, which sadly is it. I don't know. I think that's just the Katakawa show has a lot of, I guess, I don't know, uniqueness to it, in my opinion, but none of that carries over. Kenny says Vivi was very meh, has its moments and is well animated, but story was not concise in my opinion. Writing felt messy. Yeah. So, I guess for me, I'm gonna pick Shaman King. Because actually going into this, I was actually somewhat excited for it. Because I was like, oh, I remember Shaman King. And hearing that it's gonna get like, an actual decent length, adaptation, I was like, oh, this could be interesting. Maybe they're gonna update its style, do some cool new art for it. And it's I don't want to say it's the bare minimum, but it kind of is. Like, it's not really interesting. It feels like you're watching a 90s anime. The art direction for the anime does the series no justice at all. Some of the characters are wildly out of date and annoying. And it's just, I don't know. It just feels like watching Shaman King is like watching something coming out of like a whole different time period. So that's my pick, Shaman King, for most disappointing. Because I actually expected something more than what we got.
Just to give you a sense of like how poorly this season is being assessed, Shaman King, well, I'm not even looking at the manga, but Shaman King, this is the 2001 series, was rated a 7.78 The current 2021 series is rated a 6.76, so a whole point behind the 2001 anime. It's not good.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know it got that bad, but just judging it off the first 4 or 5 episodes I watched, I don't know, it just disappointing for me. So, what do you think about? Were you disappointed by that, EA? Because have you ever seen the original Shaman King?
No, I didn't. I didn't even know it had an original one. Like, the whole show itself felt like, you're right, like it felt like a 90s anime, but it wasn't like a good 90s anime. It felt like a Yu-Gi-Oh wannabe, the way that it looked, and I was just like, I don't know. You're right. I was so annoyed by. I don't even think it was the main character. I don't know. It was one. It was a really small guy.
Oh yeah.
He sounded like this the whole time when he talked.
EA, I hate that motherfucker.
I know.
I'm still watching it. I hate him. Fuck
Why are you-
Manta.
Why are you still watching it? That's gonna take a year for you to finish.
I am completing everything that I watched in the spring season. I am holding steadfast to that ideal.
You're a fucking
I'm sorry,
madman.
You are going to get gray hair before by the time
Listen.
that this thing is over.
The way I cope with Shaman King is I watch 3 episodes. I watch it in threes. I don't watch it weekly. That helps a lot. In fact, like the last episode I watched of Shaman King was actually good.
Wow.
Well,
That's probably not saying much, though.
Yeah, they got one good episode.
Wow. I guess it can't happen.
Lot
Anyway, I'm sorry. Did
well, I was gonna
I was gonna. Yeah.
take from the chat real quick, but Rujama says second half of Spider Isekai was also really bad. Wasn't really a disappointment because I didn't expect anything from it.
Fair enough.
As well, Krishna Chugani, I believe is how you say it. What about Osamake? I have trash taste, so I enjoyed the first few episodes, but after that, it was beyond trash. So yeah, it seems like a lot of people have some experience with something that was disappointing this season, which is interesting. But continue on, EA.
Well, mine might send a negative kind of response because a lot of people actually kind of like this show, but to me, the most disappointing was Tokyo Revengers. And maybe one of these days I'll get back on it and finish it, but for me personally, it had a good build, a good setup. I like the whole time travel concept. It may be overplayed a little bit now, but I mean, it always intrigues me to see shows like that. But I don't know. It feels so not inconsistency, just I guess the flow of the show. Like 1 minute we're serious, the next minute we're talking to a woman's on top about to have sex. The next we're going back in time again, and then poop on head, and it's I don't know. It just really, the show doesn't know what it wants to be, and that could be different now. Like I said, maybe I'll finish it and see, but I don't know. I think I was just pretty done with this show because the characters just don't interest me. They're just very meh, and I guess I had high hopes because it seemed like it was a very based off a really popular manga and whatnot, but I don't know. It's just not for me.
I would say for me though, because I think it's worth saying, for me, I don't really hate Tokyo Revengers at all. I guess for me, I have struggled to find, like, just staying interested in it. And I don't think for me it was a good show to watch during KOA. Like in the same way we've experienced in the past with shows like Demon Slayer. There are just some shows that don't fit the KOA format or our moods at the time. And I think if Tokyo Revengers was in the next season, I think we would eat up Tokyo Revengers. So I think with this season, with it being a pretty solid season, I think for us is probably just the weakest. And it was just our moods that I think it didn't vibe with at least me. So, I know we've went over this a whole bunch of times. I don't know. That's my whole thing. But we gotta decide. What is the most disappointing? In my opinion, from what Satsuki said, and from what a lot of other people have been saying, not just in the chat, but as well from other stuff, and my friends I'm subscribed to and stuff, I think Yasuke seems very disappointing. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, for me, I'll just say Yasuke is a personal thing, and then it's also too like this is a failure on my part. Like, what did I expect from a Netflix original anime? What did I expect? Anytime you hear that title, like it's a Netflix original, expect disappointment.
Yeah, for me, I only saw one episode of Yasuke, and like I said, it seemed just very average to me. Maybe if I would have kept watching, I would have been more disappointed, but Shaman King, I wasn't really expecting much. Like, just from the cover art alone, I was like, oh, what is this, Yu-Gi-Oh wannabe? And then I think, was it you that picked it, C?
Shaman King,
Or was that me?
I can't.
Did I pick the damn show?
I don't remember. It's either me or you.
I think you did
what?
pick it, yeah.
I picked Tokyo Revengers, I know that, and I think we had to pick a second one. And I think I did. Okay, you know what? Shaman King's most disappointed because I'm disappointed in myself.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I guess Shaman King is most disappointing. That being said, I still would like to see a good Shaman King adaptation someday. Not that this is bad or anything like that. It may be perfect. I don't know. Because I am still somewhat relatively interested in the art style and the idea of this story a little bit. Scarlet Disaster says, for EA, I recommend you read the Tokyo Revengers manga. I got into the manga a few days ago and it's been fantastic. The main difference between the anime and the manga is the pacing. It's fast and addictive, but the anime made the story slow and has even included recaps. Also, I think it needs better animation. So yeah, there you go, EA. Maybe check out the manga if you want to.
Yeah, I might have to start reading here soon.
Kenny says Netflix is doing the release for Demon Slayer Season 2.
Yeah.
Is that so? Well, we're gonna have to wait months for that to come out.
How much money do you think they paid to get the
Oh
exclusive
god,
rights to
for
that?
Millions.
The most popular fucking anime in the world right now.
Dude, I was rewatching Rengoku's speech in Mugen Train and I started crying. It's so fucking good.
Well,
Mugen Train, man.
You do say that you're the best at crying.
I do, and I will say I'm the best at crying at Rengoku's speech at the end of Mugen Train. Amazing, incredible. So yeah, Shaman King, most disappointing. The next award, the one that got away, aka the show we wished we watched instead of ... I don't know what that show would be for this season. I guess instead of Shaman King or something, Tokyo.
Vivi.
I don't know. Vivi instead of Vivi. So, Satsuki, you have a little bit of an interesting nomination.
My nomination is absolutely nothing. I did not want to watch anything else for that season.
Well,
I look back at that season, I have no regrets in terms of not adding something else to it.
well,
I'm tired. What do you want me to say?
well, literally, Satsuki, it says here absolutely nothing, and then it says in parentheses, I'm tired.
I was watching 10 anime that season. I think that's not even including Yasuke. So if you include that, that's 11. And then you want me to add on 12. It's like, how many like fucking stones are you going to throw on me till I collapse under the pressure?
God. I commend you, Satsuki, for your efforts. We all very much appreciate that very much.
Sasuke's the guy getting a bunch of stones laid upon him, and Sasuke whispers, "More."
Yeah,
Wait.
Yeah, that one guy during the what the fuck it was called? During the witch trials, that one guy.
Yeah, Salem Witch Trials. I know which movie you're talking about. I think it was called The Crucible. Yeah, that one. That was a crazy movie. It's all a bunch of people lying. I saw that person with the devil. I saw that. A bunch of what's her face from Shield Hero.
Oh,
Raftalia?
Yeah,
Mine?
no, not Raftalia. The
I know.
lying one.
I don't know.
Big Sama.
Can we say
Or
Shield
Slut
Hero?
Goon.
That's Katakawa. Oh, yeah. No. I talked about this the other day. I figured out a new name for Shield guy. It's
Is it Shield Guy?
it's Guy and Tanuki Girl. Guy and Tanuki
Why-
Girl.
Why not Fox Shield?
Well, she's not a fox.
Says you.
She's a raccoon girl, so it's a Tanuki.
Oh, she's a raccoon. Okay.
Yeah, so
And then why don't we just call it Philoli's R Us?
you
I
know
like
what,
that
we're
one
gonna
better.
we're gonna what?
Philoli's R Us.
It's easier
right.
to remember.
All right, Philoli's are us. I've what? What was
I
that?
still can't. I was trying to do the voice and it still won't let me do it. This fucking microphone.
Sound like you muffled. Like you muffled your voice.
Well, I was trying. I was like trying to cup my hands over my mouth to see if it would pick up, and it didn't work.
Oh my god.
Nope.
No.
Still can't do it.
My pick for the show we wish we watched instead of whatever. Shadow's House. It seems pretty interesting. I don't know much about it other than that it's got this interesting mystery, and I think those shows really work on KOA. I mean, look it back to when we covered The Promised Goofy Land, Satsuki's Fever Dream. We were, that show really clicked with us, so I feel like something like Shadow's House being a mystery, having this underlying theme of maybe the setting being more of a character than anything as well. I mean, it just seems interesting. I also kind of dig the art style from what I've seen. Lots of shadows. They use lots of darker, more brooding colors, which I do appreciate when it shows up in anime from time to time. So, that's my pick. EA, what is yours?
I
fucking hate
watched
you, by
this
the way.
Oh, I love
God.
you too, man. Jesus, what the hell was that?
I fucking hate you for picking this, because I would have fucking exploded if we had to watch this show.
Oh. Well, shoot. Forget it. I ain't saying it.
No, say it.
No, EA,
It's
say
a
it,
good
please.
But the only reason that I would have picked this one, I watched maybe one half of the first episode and was like, okay, it's this type of show, but I guess it got better, is Nagitoro-san.
Hate it.
And I think it would have been perfect just because
No.
I would have given it chances. Sasuke, I know, would have given it chances, and SeaTactics would have been banging his
Oh
head
my
against the wall
god.
saying,
That's
kill me,
the
kill me,
only
kill me."
reason? You
Yep.
wanted to torture me.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all had like shows that, well, except for like me, I guess. But we've all had like shows that, like we hated, but we kept like passing. Like we had X Arm.
Well, we had to with
Sports
that
Climbing
one.
Girls. Yeah.
But yeah, Sports Climbing Girls was actually not too bad, and C was just like beating up windows and
Beating
stuff,
up
and-
windows.
yeah.
Dude, I
You-
would have
you were like,
fucking
"This
fought
is-
a window if we had to watch Nagatoro. I'm telling you.
Nagatoro's good.
Well, there you go.
I cannot be friends with Satsuki anymore.
The other one I think we should have saw. It's not on here, but it's another slime one. But it's about this woman that fights slimes for 300 years and gets super strong and is like the most powerful woman in all. It's a typical isekai, but it's so stupid. It's basically it mixes Slime Daddy with Dragon Maids and other shit, and it's just generic as hell. But it probably would have been killed first week. But Nagatoro-san, definitely.
Shadow's House wins.
What?
All right.
Shadow's House wins.
So it beats nothing in Nagatoro-san.
I mean, this is easy, right? We cannot let Nagatoro win this.
Sasuke.
I mean, I would go for
Oh.
Nagatoro.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
What
Oh,
do you
I
say?
hate you.
I watched it and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Nagatoro. It is a very wholesome show.
Oh my God, I hate everything.
Just to put things in perspective, I have a friend who absolutely dreads fan service. He hates it. He watched Nagatoro and enjoyed it.
All right, that wins.
All right. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. God damn it. I guess. I guess.
You gotta mail out the award now.
Fuck. I guess
It's a good
Nagatoro-san wins, okay?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a good
can we
show.
move on? Can we move on with this and never talk about it again?
I want to watch
Deserves
it
it.
now.
Oh my God.
I
hate
want to
everything.
finish it.
I hate everything.
Eyes and
Next up, thigh meat, most overrated. This, of course, is in reference to SS Gridman that we watched way back in the first season of KOA. We didn't really like it. We thought that one girl was really overrated because people only liked her thighs. So we're idiots and we called it thigh meat, most overrated.
She had no redeeming qualities other than her thighs.
Rika.
How is that even
Taka
possible?
something.
How is that even possible?
How?
Was anime fan service?
My God.
Oh my god.
Oh my God! Decrepit Storm says EA making C watch Nagatoro would be the perfect revenge for X-Arm.
Yes.
Dude,
Well,
I'm bullied. Listen, I had to go through Goblin Slayer. I had to go through Rock Climbing Girls. Give me a break.
To be fair, Decrepit Storm, it was my fault that we even kept watching X-Arm anyway because I
That's
sold
true.
my soul.
That's true.
So I mean, it would have ended a long time ago, but then when I saw the dollar signs, I said, "Oh man, I think." And
Oh, by
yeah,
the way, sorry, continue. EA.
no, it's just I try to forget about X-Arm, but I wake up in a cold sweat every once in a while thinking about that show.
Oh my God. Krishna Chugani says step on me, by the way. I just wanted to say that. Decrepit Storm, thank you for the £5. By the way, I am in crippling debt. I went to the ER the other day, so keep me in your thoughts. And if you have anything to throw around, just saying. Much appreciated. Yeah. Bill says I think you should do Nagatoro next season.
What?
That's what Bill says.
Why next season? It's over.
So you want me to watch Nagatoro again?
Sasuke can be exempt from those episodes. Me, I only watched
can't.
half of the first
I can't.
episode, and then come on, we got to do it.
I can't do it.
Who's gonna donate?
Oh my God.
Who's gonna be
Okay,
the one?
Listen. I'll watch Nagatoro next season on
For how
KOA
much?
every week, every episode. $300.
Ooh. All right, Hollow, where are you?
No one's gonna do this, by the way. That's why I set it at $300. If it was like $100, somebody would do it. No one's doing it at $300.
There could be some crazy Spartans that want to do it. You never know. They could donate.
I guess. I cry. Did we even... Okay, let's get into the actual award of what we're trying to do here.
Sorry.
Satsuki, who is most overrated for you?
So before I say what is the most overrated 2021 spring season anime, I have to clarify this because I do it every time. When I say overrated, it means it's a discrepancy between how the anime was assessed or perceived by other people and my thoughts on it. This doesn't mean like this is the worst show, because I think there's worse shows than the shows I'm about to pick. It just means there is a big difference between what I think the show is and how other people think the show is in terms of like the quality. With that being said, the show I chose is Higehiro. Now, this show is not rated that high, but it's sitting probably, I'm not checking it right now, but last time I checked it, it was like a high 7 on my anime list. So you could take that, you could take it or leave it on whether you believe like the scores on my anime list should be taken seriously. But I think most people would come away with Higehiro thinking like, oh, this is a good show or it's above average. Me, I think it's fucking trash. It is garbage. It is not worth your time. I think I rated it maybe like a 3 or something. And the only reason I gave it that high of a score is because I think the premise of the story had potential. It had a lot of potential, but it did not capitalize whatsoever. So that's why I got the score that I gave it. It's just I went into Higehiro. I stayed away from Higehiro because of the title of it. Like it was like the English name is like I shaved and took home a high school girl, something like that. Then I read the premise of it and hearing other people talk about it, I was like, okay, so as long as it doesn't go in the direction of making this a romantic series between this high schooler and this grown man, I'm okay with it. I think the plot of a high school runaway girl is worth exploring because that's something not really talked about in anime. It just had to do it right. And what do you know? It didn't fucking do that. It had the fan service. Had romance developing between Yoshida and whatever her fucking name was. You can argue whether it went anywhere, but it still was being developed. Didn't like it, hated it, not worth your time, and that is why it is the most overrated anime of the spring season.
Akeem asks, Vivi or 2B? Who is more attractive, SeaTactics? The answer is easy. 2B. That's all I'm gonna say.
And she has the assets.
Mm-hmm.
2B also has swords. My pick for most overrated would be Vivi. Not because I actually really, I don't really hate this show, as I think my tone sometimes comes off with Vivi. I just don't think it deserves, its rating on my anime list. Like, it's so freaking high. And I understand some of it. I understand its appeal. It's just not that good. And I don't see it. There are so many anime that are way better than Vivi in its category on my anime list. So, I don't know. It's all subjective at the end of the day, but it's just, Vivi is just, I don't know, it's just overrated. It is, to me, it's the easiest one to say it's overrated too. So that's me. EA, what about you?
This isn't even a contest. It's Vivi. Vivi is the most overrated anime this season, period. Like, it the only thing it has going for itself is it's got really nice visuals. I would put it up there with probably the best visuals this season, like, to be quite honest. But, like, when it comes to story and reason to watch, and the fact that it's rated so high, I just don't understand. I personally don't get it. To each their own, I always say. But for me, I forgot what episode it was. The one when we were, because it was okay. Then it just turned into red, white, and blue. She became an American and went crazy. And it was just a completely different character. I'm sure it would have explained it if I would have kept watching it. But at that point, I was just kind of done with it. I'm like, all right, I really don't care anymore. So, yeah, Vivi's my most overrated.
A lot of people are saying Vivi as well. There's some other, like Wonder Egg or Blunder Egg Priority, which I think definitely, like, that kind of went over my head. I probably would have voted for Blunder Egg, because I already saw that EA voted Vivi. But that one too, I think that one's extremely overrated based off its ending.
Yeah, I voted that one last season as overrated.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did. Mm-hmm.
And I'm kind of stuck to it. We'll talk more about that later.
Of course, yeah. So, I guess it's 2 against 1 in this case. So I guess Vivi wins, but I think Higehiro is definitely, I also expected something else. But our next award.
I appreciate Satsuki's sacrifice to make
Oh,
me
yeah,
not watch Higehiro.
This is true, yeah. Without him, you would have to watch it.
Which is funny because he shielded me, but then you were like, "What? I'm watching," and then you ended up watching it.
I watched like 8 episodes of that damn show. I don't know. Yeah, Vivi, I think that's fair. Most overrated. I'm not even being malicious about it, to be honest, because it is what it is. Favorite moment, aka fuck shit, is our next award, which is our favorite moment of the season. Satsuki, can you tell us what your favorite moment of the season was?
My favorite moment of the season came in episode 13 of Fruits Basket, the final, and it's one of the last sequences of the anime, and it is when Yuki thanks Toru. Beautiful moment, just the execution of it, and like how it looked, the music and everything, and what that moment meant, because Yuki was a person who thought of Toru as a mother, and he finally admits as much. And like when you hear something like that, someone thinking of like their classmate as their mother, it's so awkward, but I think like that moment was just done so beautifully. And like it was also an extension, like what Yuki was saying was an extension of all the other Zodiacs, I feel, at least the ones that have had heavy interaction with Toru, because she's just such a important character of the series. And I think it might be an extension of like the audience as well. It's like, thank you, Toru, for Fruits Basket. She touched the hearts of a lot of people, and again, that moment like sealed the deal with like my enjoyment of that season. So that had to be my favorite moment.
For me, it is Gugu getting absolutely wasted inadvertently when he throws up all the alcohol in his stomach. I was actually going to pick, before this, I was like, maybe I should pick Gugu and Reen at the end of his arc, because that was a really beautiful moment when he died. Thought that was a great way for him to go out, like a true man. But Gugu getting wasted like a true man as a kid because of all the terrible things that have been done to him. I don't know. That's just one of my favorite moments of the season. I think it is my favorite moment of the season, just for how hilarious it is. I really enjoyed it, that moment. So that's what I pick. EA, what about you?
My favorite moment was, of course, Fruits Basket, the breaking of the curse, and Toru's mom reuniting with Toru's dad in heaven. Like, I don't know. Those are both really great moments. Like, that to me, like the very end of the second to last episode was just an awesome moment, because we saw what Toru's mom meant and what she said as she was laying there dying to Kyo. But the whole reuniting was really special too. But also breaking of the curse and how everyone kind of like reacted a sort of way to it. And Toru was ugly crying when Kyo was ripping off the band on her. Yeah, she's an ugly crier.
Oh, beautiful.
But the little,
she's like March.
wristband. She's like what?
Remember when March eats the black jello and makes a face?
Oh yeah. But yeah, it was just really sweet, really great, because these Zodiacs have had a curse their whole lives, and this was something that was done over the years and years and years, and finally it was broken, all because the kindness and of Toru Honda. And yeah, it was really great, really spectacular. I never thought I'd pick something that was from Fruits Basket a year ago, because I didn't even watch it. I started watching it this season, a couple of months ago. I wanted to surprise the guys and say, guess what? I'm going to watch it. Well, I didn't tell them I was going to watch the show, but I did. And we were able to finally watch it together and talk about it on this podcast.
Yeah, I as much as I loved Gugu getting wasted, I don't think that wins. I think it's you and EA that win this one. So
Yeah, we win, Satsuki.
There can only be one though.
well, I mean, you guys basically have generally the same thing, so
No.
I would say one was from the last episode and one was from the second to last.
well,
You make the choice, see.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm not budging.
I mean, I think EA on this one.
Really?
I mean, breaking the curse,
Aw,
that's a big moment in the series, but as
I'm being
well,
you.
know, Kyoko reuniting with Katsuya. I mean, that was just made me want to cry. So
Yeah.
I think I'm
I was
gonna...
betrayed.
Oh Lord. Eula Revengeance with a good one says Lena blackmailing Annette is my favorite moment. I forgot about that one. That's funny too.
She was fucking badass in that scene. She turned into Rambo at that point.
She did. Oh my god, yes, when they that scene where she uses the artillery to save them. Holy crap. That was a great moment.
She was flying in a helicopter and had a bandana.
Shooting an M60 with one hand.
Yeah.
So EA wins this one, breaking the curse in the reuniting of husband and wife. Ain't it something? But we got to bring the mood down a little bit, because now we got the worst moment, and I actually really want to hear the people watching the stream right now what their worst moment is in the chat, because I feel like a lot of people are gonna say a similar thing. But Satsuki, what is your worst moment of the season?
Our worst moment of the season didn't come from what we were actually watching, but a decision I made, one that still haunts me, and I take full responsibility for, and that is me pitching the idea that we watch Higehiro after replacing whatever the fuck we dropped at that time. Maybe it's Tokyo Revengers.
I think it
I don't know. It
was.
didn't make. I fucked up. Like, I don't know what else to say. The reason why it was pitched, all right, just so people know, when we were actually watching the show, I think it was maybe like 6 episodes into Higehiro, and I had not watched any episodes of it up to that point. So me pitching it really came off of a recommendation for somebody else, and I trusted them. Safe to say I don't trust them anymore. But I trusted their opinion on them saying Higehiro was good. So I pitched the show to the podcast. When it was time to actually talk about the show, I actually watched Higehiro. Thought the first episode was okay. Had some issues with it, but I thought it was okay for the most part. But after that first episode, I think once we got to episode 4, around that, maybe it was 3 or 4. Yeah, at that point I knew I fucked up, and then the only way to rectify it is to try to shield people like EA away from it. I told EA next
Not
time we do
me.
the podcast, because you already watched it at that point. I watched it after you, and so like it was like I had to save the people I could. I'm Kiritsugu. I had to save the people I could.
Oh my
I could
God.
only save EA. I tried to save as many people as I could.
Try to save that cup too. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Technically, you just
I tried.
kill your own wife. I think. Technically, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it is Irisville.
What does
I
that
don't know
mean?
what it means. I don't know what it means.
Iris feels amazing.
I was hoping we could skip past that, but
Yo, we gotta watch Fate Zero on this show. I don't care.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
It's gonna happen one day. I swear to God. We got to get to the fucking cup memes. You know how many jokes we can make about Irisville?
I'm pretty sure a lot. Irisville is pretty cool. I like her.
Oh, I love Irisville.
Just don't let her drive your car.
It's so true.
But yeah, Higehiro. I'm sorry. Like I'm genuinely sorry for pitching that show.
It's okay,
forgive
Satsuki.
you.
You were trying to do the best you could, and we understand.
We could never stay mad at you.
We love you. We love you, Satsuki. I
Love
love
you
you a little
too.
bit more than EA though, a little different ways. But
I mean, y'all are married.
Not for long.
what the fuck? What the fuck? What'd I do?
Moving on.
My pick is Blunder Egg Priorities last episode. Holy shit.
Ooh.
Holy shit. Without a doubt, the worst thing to happen that day, and like for me.
That day? Your whole day was ruined.
Yeah. Actually, yes, it was. Because I was looking forward to this. I was like, oh man, set some time. Gonna watch the new episode of Wonder Egg Priority. It's probably gonna be a decent ending, and I'm very excited for it. There's no way they can fuck this up. They fucked it up. I don't know what other way to say it. They totally fucked it up. In like every way possible. The whole ending is garbage trash fire. Nobody turns out good at the very end. It's either it's like they're all left in suicidal states, or like they just run away from their problems, and the fucking pedophile. The fucking pedophile is the one that benefits the most at the end of Wonder Egg Priority. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Ridiculous. EA, what did you pick?
Mine was the same. It was Blunder Egg Priorities last episode. I had a suspicion it was going to be bad. I just didn't know that it was going to be an hour-long episode with a 30-minute recap, and then the rest of it was just piss poor everything. Like, if you look up the scene where Ai's running away from her problems literally, and she's just running in place, that sums up this episode as a whole. It's just absolute ridiculousness. Like, I understand that, like, there was some discrepancies and they didn't have a budget and all this shit happened, blah, 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 blah. All I want to say is you can have a low budget and you can have all that and still make a wonderful script and story. This has nothing to do with the animation or what, even though that could be partial to blame for the last episode, but the script itself is just bad. It is god-awful. They didn't know what to do with this series, and
Series?
it shows. It really shows. There's nothing redeemable. I think you said it last week, is that there's no like going back and watch this again. But Skip, no, you can't even watch this show again because it's awful. And yeah, only good parts of this last episode was the karaoke, and that was it.
Decrepit Storm says, I'm guessing you watched Blunder Egg the same day you went to the ER, and it was still the worst thing that happened to you that day.
Oh my god.
Actually, I really enjoyed going to the ER. I told all of the nurses, I was like, can I move in? I just loved it. I was like, this is
You
great.
cook for me every day.
Hey, I got some cute nurses, okay?
Yeah.
If it was,
When they came in, did you say hello, nurse?
no. Hello, nurse.
No. You gotta say it like Animaniacs. Hello, nurse.
Oh my god. This is such a throwback.
Mm-hmm.
No, I did not. I was just like, hey.
You missed
What's
your
up?
chance. You missed your chance. That's a huge missed opportunity. Instead of saying hello, nurse, you just went, what's up?
They put an IV in my arm and my hand, and I was still like, this is a pretty fun place. I like this. This is a nice experience. Like, that is how good the experience was at the ER.
So you thought he was at a fucking carnival.
Dude, I'm telling you, it was peaceful. Okay? Maybe it's because, the whole pandemic and, not being able to go outside, but, well, that's probably what it is, actually. Anywhere is better than, my room at this point, right? Or your house. So, ER trip, better than Blunder Egg Priorities last episode. So, I think Blunder Egg Priority wins this.
R.I.P.
All right. Oh God, voice going out.
Taking another trip.
Oh,
I could just see SeaTactics as one of those guys where he just constantly keeps going back to the ER just to see the same nurse and be like,
oh my God.
I'm sick again. Do you need me to turn and cough?
No, it's not worth it at that point. The bill says otherwise. So as we're rounding out, nearing the end of the awards, finally, we're at our last 3 awards, our most important awards, some would say. This award is, of course, named after, or in reference to one of the greatest speeches in anime history. It is from, of course, one of the most loveliest and most well-written characters of all time, dishing out some of the most important dialogue in all of anime history. Of course, it is, Nezuko Komodo from Demon Slayer. We all love her. She's amazing. She's the best. Because of this speech. This is, of course, the award. Now, due to Nezuko, we not really being able to understand exactly what she's saying, we felt like we should capture that energy in this award. So, the award has no meaning. We can literally vote whatever we want. Because is one of the most inspiring things you can hear as a fully grown man and or woman. It's important to all of us. We all have a moment in our life, and we don't know when it's coming, but when it hits us, it only makes sense to us. Satsuki, what do you nominate for your award?
I nominate the quote, "You're acting pretty sus, senpai," and if you're not in tune with social media, this quote comes from the great philosopher Nagatoro-san, Nagatoro-chan, Nagatoro-sama. This sparked a lot of controversy within the show. For one, people thought the word sus came from Among Us when it does not. It even sparked a racist thread by some guy that I refer to as Nagatoro guy. And it was a pretty funny thread. Like, it's very volatile, but pretty funny.
How does it spark a race? How is that a race thing?
It's the internet. What do you mean?
I never told you guys about this.
No, this is the first time I'm hearing this.
I will post a tweet that it's only to the quote tweet is because the thread doesn't exist anymore because he got suspended for being racist because that's a no.
Right.
So yeah, like you won't be able to find the thread, but I have like one of the things the guy quote tweeted. But here it is right here. I have it right here. It's in the podcast chat.
I can't wait to see this.
His name is Wyatt. Pretty lovely guy. If you're a racist.
Oh my God.
What is that?
Holy shit.
That's like.
That's awful.
That's like saying I don't like feet. So that means everyone of this race hate them. What?
I think the reason why it was said, not excusing it, but where it's coming from is the fact that people was explaining to him what the word sus meant. A lot of people use it to describe someone who is acting
pretty sussy, Walt.
It's a
really?
Yeah. And I guess the black people part comes from like black people using the word. Like we in our community, we shorten the word suspicious to sus a lot of times. So I guess that's where that comes from. Still stupid, but yeah.
Weird. Well, that wins.
Kenny, I don't know if you want to, but if you want to, Satsuki, I'm sure we'll, post it somewhere.
Is
Twitter.
Kenny in your Discord?
Is Kenny in my Discord? I believe so. I want to
I
say.
can post it in C's Discord.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you guys want to join my Discord, I mean, let me post the link here.
Don't do it. You will. You're gonna have a lot of people that'll want to kidnap you.
I hope not. I don't think anybody want to kidnap me. What are you talking about?
It's mostly me. Then.
Here you go, guys. If you want to join, you can see it there. Wait, you want it? I'm not. Nope, we're not.
No, people mostly want to
that.
kidnap me, is what I'm saying.
I want to kidnap myself. So my pick for
Do that.
steal yourself away. I don't know.
Yeah, how do you kidnap yourself? All right, you get in this trunk. Okay, I'm getting.
Well, it's like Fight Club, same thing. So my nomination for the award, one of the most important awards of our lifetime, is of course Bill and Rebby Ackerman's relationship from last week's episode of King of Anime podcast. Amazing, absolutely amazing. They met in the KOA chat. They developed an extremely close relationship that eventually became toxic. Bill got Rebby pregnant with me? Or wait, I'm the child somehow.
No,
but
I think I know what happened.
I'm still confused.
No, I could catch you up on that. So Bill stole your seed and put it up inside Rebby with those little basters, and now that's your child.
So okay, so I impregnated Rebby somehow.
Because Billy stole your seed while you were asleep.
I don't know how that happens. How he did? How? Like
these things happen, you know, especially if you're famous. That happens a lot.
Yeah, and then Decrepit Storm says, and then Bill became a deadbeat dad. Like, I don't understand, but it has so many twists and turns. It's like watching, it's like playing a Hideo Kojima game. Like, you don't really know what's going on, and like maybe it doesn't make sense and it's really convoluted, but at the same time it's fucking awesome because it's Hideo Kojima. And I don't now I won't say this story is fucking awesome and it's on the level of Hideo Kojima, but if Hideo Kojima did direct an adaptation of this, it would be awesome.
So
and
it's like Domestic Girlfriend without the girlfriend.
It's just domestic abuse, I guess. I don't know.
It's friend.
Just call it friend. A Hideo Kojima tactical stealth action video. I don't know. Like, oh, see?
Billy just goes into your room with a freaking box, and he's just like sneaking in.
He's got a mustache and an eye patch, and he's smoking a cigar.
And then you wake up.
I'm gonna. I can't do Snake's voice. I can't do it. It's too much.
Psycho Mantis.
Metal Gear.
Ocelot.
EA, what did you pick?
Impregnated C.
Oh my god. What did you pick,
God.
EA? God damn it.
All right, this is Snake coming in for EA. I picked not shaving equals no women, but shaving equals women.
Okay, so this is interesting. Can you break down how this works? Like, I don't get it either.
Well, see, this is what I am come to understand when it comes to Higihiro. If you grow a beard and a little scruff and maybe a little stubble, the women are like, ew, get away from me, you creep, you're just disgusting, you know, ew. But, now here's the huge but. If you take in a high school runaway, and then you shave, all of a sudden the women just, them panties are coming off. You know, they see that you're shaved, and even though you may have dated them before and said that you were interested, they lied to your face and said, oh, I got someone else. The second you shave, it's fair game.
Beautiful.
It's like Axe body spray. You know those old commercials you used to spray and and all those ladies would come, chasing after you. It's the same thing, but with shaving.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Work of art. So, now that we know that we have 3 just pieces of absolute entertainment besides Satsuki's, because I hate it. Who
Why
wins?
not Sasuke?
I don't make the rules, I break them.
Okay, shit. Well, I mean, I think Bill and Reba are on a divorce path anyway, so I'm gonna go with me, just because I'm narcissistic.
All right. Satsuki?
Unless someone else thinks otherwise.
Satsuki, it's, it's up to you, man. Can you really pull from deep within and prove to us that your acting pretty sus senpai deserves this win?
Well, for anybody who's been watching the podcast, you would know. C's acts pretty sus all the time within the podcast. He's my senpai, so he's the person I will refer to with that quote. So I'll let the people decide, is C sus or not?
Oh
And
my
if the
god.
answer is yes, then I should win.
You know what? That is actually a really good argument. C is pretty sus all the time.
I am not sus. What the hell are you guys talking about?
I'm gonna go with Sasuke.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is ridiculous.
Press, what is it? Is it press 2 for doubt? No, X for doubt.
Yep.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
I think people doubt C. And if they doubt, then they're sus.
Fucking hate everything. Nagatoro somehow again wins another
Oh, look.
goddamn. No, Sean!
They're
Sean,
saying
no!
you're sus.
I'm not
Good show.
sus!
It's a good show.
All right, you win.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Nagatoro somehow wins another one. Congratulations.
You're gonna be. Are we gonna have an upset in the making?
I hate everything. King Nothing, aka renamed to X-Arm Award of Excellence. So, Satsuki,
That's me.
I need you to tell the people what you think is the worst anime of the season.
The worst anime of the season is Jurin the Ice Princess. I think that was the full name. Jorin. It's a pretty bad show. I was going to choose Hige. Like, the hate I have for Higehiro is like deep hatred for Higehiro. But Jorin was a show that like I felt was average. for
Satsuki,
most
I
of the
fucking hate
series.
you. They're gonna call me SeaTactics from now on. I hate everything. Then they're gonna call me a sussy baka too.
Sus tactics.
That's just something that came to me in an epiphany. I'm sorry. But what I was saying about Jorin is like the show when you started, it was like average. Like Higehiro fell off for me very quick. So it became like a thing I didn't even want to like associate myself with. Jorin was a show like I felt like if it had like a good ending, I could at least say, okay, this is serviceable, this is all right. Last episode just, oh my god, it just put the nail in the coffin. I've never in my life seen a show with that many fake out deaths. I watched One Piece, which is like 900 episodes. I've watched over like 200, maybe I'm getting into the 300s anime. I've never seen an anime, especially with the amount of time I had, 12 or 13 episodes, have 4+ fake out deaths and act like I'm supposed to care. Like, I was just so appalled by it. I was like, how many times is somebody going to die and then just come back 2 episodes later all fine? And then the last episode was just so depressing, and it felt like it was just like a kick in the gut, because it felt like what was the point of going through all of that? That show is bad. It's really bad.
I pick Higehiro. I don't think I need to explain much about Higehiro. The guy picks up a 17-year-old. He's like 26. Dude, It would be weird if she was like 19 or 20. Like that's like a what? It's a 9 or 10 year age gap. What the fuck?
He's doing a nice thing.
No. No, he's not. He's not doing a nice thing. And then the show is like, the director is like, oh, we gotta get some shots of this 17-year-old. Let's get some shots of her butt and boobs and the rest of her body. So it's just disgusting. It's disgusting. It's like God. It's like watching I don't know who made this anime. A stereotypical horny Japanese man. Probably is who made this, because I don't get it. Now that being said, it had potential to actually, make a comment on something, much like Blunder Egg Priority did. But Hige Hero, holy shit, that's bad. That's bad. So I nominate it as my King Nothing X-Arm Award of Excellence for spring 2021. EA, tell him how it is.
Yeah, I also voted for Higihiro. Only saw one episode, thanks to the great Sasuke, and all I could kind of like relay was everything that they were telling me. Oh, there's this scene that happened in this, and as SeaTactics and Sasuke were telling me just how ridiculous this show was, the more I grew to hate it. Even though I've never seen it, but I know if I did see it, it probably would have been, Itachi to Shimamura levels of hate.
What? Well, you didn't hate the show. You hated
No.
Alien Lolly.
Yeah, that's okay. Let me rephrase that. I don't hate the show. I hate the alien lolly.
Yeah.
I wanted to end the alien lolly.
What sound does the alien lolly like?
Oh,
what does she make?
She makes all kinds of noises. She does shuko. I know that's fucking one thing she does.
She makes
She
a lot of
grows up-
sounds, but EA just wants to hear one: the screech of death.
The screech of death. That is the. It's like that. Wah wah wah. Wah wah.
It sounds like a Samsung, like a Samsung phone turning off.
Right. Oh, the Samsung is dying. Well,
Stop.
there it goes.
You're killing me.
Oh, please go to the ER already. No, that's
I may have to. You never know.
Oh, I hope not. But anyway, yeah, Higihiro. Just the story that the story of the lady that said that she had herself another man, didn't like our main dude, and then decides, oh, JK homie, that wasn't real. I actually like you now that you shaved. Oh, that is just ridiculous in itself. I mean, I understand it has everything else wrong with it, with the panty shots and the fact that it's a 17-year-old girl trying to sleep with an adult. But that, for some reason, just really made me upset. just the logic behind that way of thinking.
Oh my
I
god.
think it made you upset just because, like, it just didn't need to be there. Like,
Oh my god. Dude, in that scene where she says that, she's like, also, by the way, I have H cups. And says it in like this seductive way. And I'm like, girl, you ain't seductive right now. You looking like an idiot.
That's right.
and it doesn't make sense because apparently these characters both have attraction towards each other, but they don't get with each other, and I can't explain why. They just don't.
Yeah, that makes even less sense. She says that she had an interest. He said he had an interest, but he wants to pal around with
A 17-year-old.
right.
But even then, like, his relationship with Sayu doesn't prevent him from having a relationship. So it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It's not
Show
like he has
sucks.
to be by Sayu's side every second.
Show sucks. This season's version of Domestic Girlfriend sucks. It's terrible.
It's worse than Domestic Girlfriend.
Domestic Girlfriend was pretty bad. I
This-
mean,
Domestic
I guess if I
Girlfriend-
would've watched it.
Domestic Girlfriend was highly entertaining, though. It was bad in a highly entertaining way.
Higa Hero just made me mad. I dreaded watching every week. It was like I had to just like I had a broken foot. I had to just drag my way through the cobblestones. Like it was hard every week. Like Domestic Girlfriend, I ended up reading it and I got to like the 70s. You guys will remember like the infamous moment of
Oh yeah.
them capturing those two. I don't even remember the characters' name. Natsuo and Hina in the hotel, or was it a hotel?
Oh yeah, the
I
picture.
think it was a hotel.
It's the picture.
And they took a picture from a fucking flip phone.
Yeah, it was like in the
At
corner
night.
too. Yeah, at night
Yeah,
from a
at
flip
night.
phone. Like it was low resolution camera, and like it was off in the corner. And they're like, "We digitally enhanced, zoomed in, and found that you were committing a crime."
That's
It's like-
a pretty good picture for like, what was it, like 40p? It was really good.
It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Hige Hero, yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Joran. Maybe a lot of people will say it, but goddamn, this show. I hate this show. Can it win?
I'm perfectly fine with Higa Hero winning. It's just not a good show. I think I rated Higa Hero and Joran both like 3 out of 10s. So that goes to show you how much I care about it.
What did you give X-Arm?
A 1?
A well-deserved one.
But that's because X-Arm didn't do anything right. It was entertaining though.
It didn't do anything right.
Yeah, it really did it. Let's be honest. It did not do anything right. So we've come to our last award of the night. The most important one, the reason this show is named what it is. King of Anime Spring 2021. This is the show that we all like the most. And a lot of people probably coming into this will be like, well, especially longtime viewers, every year Fruits Basket has a new season. And guess who nominates Fruits Basket every season? Me and Satsuki. So this has happened again. Satsuki, why have you picked Fruits Basket the final season?
I feel like I've picked Fruits Basket every time. We didn't watch Fruits Basket until this last season, but I feel like I've picked Fruits Basket every single year in the spring to be my anime of that season. I'm not entirely sure, but I mean, if you guys have been watching for long and you've seen my takes on Fruits Basket, pretty much the same thing applies here. This show is phenomenal. What this series did with just 13 episodes, when I thought, hearing what the manga reader said about it and how it was going to adapt everything, I was very worried about Fruits Basket, but just from my perspective as an anime only, it capped off the story in a well way. Like there's some things like I was dissatisfied with not getting, but the good far outweighs the bad or things that are lacking. Akito, we already talked about her, was great this season. I think over the course of all the season, to have like what we had in the final season, her having to turn around and resolving to be a better person and sticking to the role of head of the Somas, her letting go of the curses, seeing how everybody was free from the curses and how it affected them and how they kind of felt empty about not having the same camaraderie with the other Zodiacs. Everything in the season was great. Emotional moments we talked about already. The Kyoko bat story, the Yuki and Toru moment with Yuki saying thank you. Kyo especially when he breaks his beads. It's a lot of moments in the final season where you can just look at and go like, that is why Fruits Basket is great. And I think it's just deserving of where it's ranked at on my anime list, how I feel about it being the best anime so far of the year, not just the season. So me picking Fruits Basket was an easy choice. I think the only thing that could have competed for me is To Your Eternity, and it's not finished yet, so that is why I didn't pick it.
I also picked Fruits Basket, the final season, because it, for me, represents just the last 2 or 3 years of my life. Just being excited to do the Fruits Basket podcast every week when we could, with Rising Sun Reviews and all the guests I've had on that podcast. Of course, the last episode of the Fruits Basket podcast was insane. We had EA on, we had Francesca on, someone who I greatly adore and met through the Fruits Basket podcast. And really, I mean, this anime went from, watching season 1 and going, wow, I really love this show. Season 2, same thing. And then by the end, I was like, well, this could be my favorite anime of all time. And I'm still not decided on that, but I think it will be. I think it will be. Fruits Basket is just, I don't know, for me, I think it's won every single time that it's been nominated, so it's likely going to happen again, but that's me. EA, what did you pick?
I was going back and forth for a couple of seconds. No, I was thinking about it, and I really like Fruits Basket, and feel as if it's become a new favorite of mine. It definitely is up there with the drama animes that I've seen over the years. And I know y'all wanted me to pick it, and maybe I was a little too premature with this one, but I decided to go with Pink Blood, To Your Eternity. And it's only because, I don't know, like there's just something just so unique and just really mesmerizing about To Your Eternity. I know it's not finished, and like I said, I may be a little premature in doing this, because who knows, maybe it'll become a blunder egg and it just fucks up royally. I hope not. I don't think anything will be as bad as Blunder Egg, but you never know, I suppose. But I just love the idea, the concept, the characters, the story, this world, the music, just everything about it is just incredible. And I think much how Fruits Basket is becoming your favorite, I think To Your Eternity is slowly becoming my new favorite. And that's only just because, every once in a while there comes an anime that is just not your typical run-of-the-mill, where it's just, there's another isekai. Ooh, Truck-kun killed another person. Oh, no, what are we gonna... you get the same batch over and over again. But To Your Eternity is very much an anime that stands alone by itself, and I can really appreciate what it's doing and where it's going. And to think that it just makes you so, like, it goes through so many characters in a short amount of time, and yet you become real attached to every single one of these characters, to Marsh, to Gugu, the old man, everybody. And it's just, yeah, it's just really great. And I don't know if y'all saw the newest episode today, but I cannot wait to see where this show goes, because it's taken a turn that's just like, okay, I can't wait to see what happens next.
I totally forgot that the episode came out today. But
It's
again,
a really good one.
Yeah, but again, I'm on like break right now, so I'm not even doing anything. I'm not even watching anime right now, so.
But I guess if this one doesn't count because it's not finished, then I'll go with Fruits Basket. So unanimous.
Well, okay. Well, Fruits Basket is the king of anime for spring 2021, and not a surprise. Not a surprise. To Your Eternity, I think would have had this easily, just because it's Yoshitoki Oima. She's great. She did a silent voice. Like, she's really good with all the stuff she does. Like, she's really good. I like her work, and yeah, I definitely would have went with To Your Eternity. I think non-sequel To Your Eternity takes it, but I just Fruits Basket is just, you know, one of the best anime ever made, in my opinion. That's just me.
Doesn't take away from To Your Eternity. I would say To Your Eternity, don't blame the quality of your own show. Just curse the fact that you aired in the same season as Fruits Basket. That's all it is.
That's
Because if
pretty
you were
much
watching it in the summer season, you would be the clear best out of anything.
Yeah, I mean, how like To Your Eternity is the most quotable show. I mean, we have so many like Itai, oh my, Wakara nai. That was a good one.
Arigato.
Yes. I mean, this show is so quotable. It's so funny. It's full of action and all that. So, but Fruits Basket, yeah, Fruits Basket. I mean, it's won 3 times in a row. Probably more than that because it had 2 core seasons. So,
I don't think it did.
yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe it has. Maybe it hasn't. I don't know. But Fruits Basket, well deserving. And we've come to the end of our awards show. Thanks everybody for tuning in. EA, where can they find you?
You can find me at Everything Animated. Come on, sub to my channel and enjoy all the wonderful highlights and lowlights. Well, more highlights than low. I say low because my most watched video is of me talking really far away from a mic. And it was really low and it was horrible, but hey, people love it and told me how much I suck on the comments, so yes, it was a domestic girlfriend. Oh, I hate myself. But yeah, you can sub to me there. I'm working on something. Hopefully gonna get it out this month. You can also check me out on Twitch, everything_animated. I'm still riding high off of the Doki Doki Literature Club. I did beat it. I'm real tempted to try and do the side stories just because. I mean, why not? I mean, I think it would be entertaining and it seemed to get me a lot of views. So I'm a whore like that. And then thank you, Sasuke. You truly are a wonderful human being. And finally, my channel with my girlfriend, which is All Elite Couple. We are currently at 275 subscribers. I would like to get it to 300 before the end of the month, but I definitely want to get it to 1,000 before the end of the year. So, gonna keep grinding, gonna keep pushing, and check you out there on my channel. Oh, we talk about wrestling and do reactions and stuff like that. Gonna do another Dynamite Discussions this coming Wednesday.
Kenny, thank you for the $20. Man, that's appreciate that so much. Says thank you, Ben, EA, and Sasuke for the anime coverage. Much appreciated. Appreciate that a lot.
Thank you, Kenny.
Before we get into my stuff, because I have a lot of important updates, of course. I've been distant from YouTube for a bit now. But, Sasuke, tell them where they can see you.
You can find me on the channel Sasuke the Reactor, where I do live reactions. Not currently, but you can check out the catalog. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 and 4, as well as Fruits Basket, the final. Then I have another like reaction to one episode of one idol show. But I plan to watch JoJo's Part 5 maybe some months from now. I'm taking a break from that channel, so it won't be any new uploads on there as far as I'm aware, because I don't think I'm going to react to anything the summer season. As for my main channel, Satsuki the Savage, I've been kind of slowing down on content there just because I'm trying to make the videos a little more quality, so it's taking a lot longer. I'm not really covering too many series either. I usually cover One Punch Man, Watamote every time it comes out, but everything else is pretty much just dealer's choice. So yeah, irregular content, but I would like it if you subscribe nonetheless. That is it for me.
So for me, it's a little bit complicated, right? People are like, "Yo, where's SeaTactics? Why is he doing videos?" Focusing on my health right now. I'm taking a break from YouTube. The only thing I'm doing is KOA because, to be frank, I love doing KOA. It's my favorite thing I do currently right now. It's one thing I look forward to the most. I don't feel like I'm working when I'm doing KOA. I mean, at the latest, you can expect me back is August, but believe me, I'm still working on stuff. I think I've, done 6 to 8 videos already. Kenny asks, when will you be posting videos to Bento? Originally, of course, the video was going to come out June 25th, and all the stuff was going to start on June 25th, but then other things happened. Had to go to the ER, all that stuff. That will continue, or that will start coming eventually, probably in August. The first Friday of August that I'm back, most likely, because I plan to do Bento videos every Friday. As for when, regular content is going to come back, like for sure, definitely sometime in August. That's what I put my bet on. It may be earlier. I don't know. It just depends on how I'm feeling, but I think I kind of earned a little bit of a break from the channel for a while because I'm always going hard on it. So need to recharge the batteries. But yes, I will finish the AOT manga series. That will probably be the first thing you see. If anything, I do plan to do Dragon Maid and Slime Daddy Season 2 Part 2 as well, because I just kind of want to. And that's kind of what you're going to be getting from the SeaTactics channel for a while. It's just stuff I want to do. That's it. No rhyme or reason. So that's me. Hope that explains a bit of where I'm at and what I'm doing. So yeah, we'll be back next week with a new episode of KOA 110. Very exciting. So thanks everybody for watching. Bye bye.
Johnny.